Hey guys, Matt here from Lean Outdoors, and today we're going to be tying a little mayfly pattern with a hotspot called the Downtown Brown. We're going to start out with a Ahrex FW502. It's a nice little light wire hook, and we're going to be using a 3.3 mil modeled brown tungsten bead with some Vivus 50D. I'm going to start off with this nymph by taking touching turns headed towards the barb with our thread, and we're going to stop just about at the barb. I'll go ahead and snip off the excess thread, and we're going to introduce just a touch of a hot orange Glow Bright floss. And this will be used as a trigger point or just a hot spot in general on this little brown mayfly pattern. I've torn off about 2 to 3 inches of this, and that's going to help us to create our hot spot here. I wrap a little bit deeper down past the barb to create some space and room for the hot spot. This is kind of a multi-strand material, so you do want to watch it on the point of your hook. Kind of a lot going on, but the results are great. I go ahead and wrap that just forward so I can keep the tag in when I cut out of the picture for the rest of the fly. Next up, I'm just actually going to use some pheasant rump. Pheasant rump's a great iridescent material. It's pretty durable as well in comparison. You could also use Coq de Leon here if you wanted to, but the pheasant rump seems to have a good amount of movement, and I just kind of overall like its iridescent qualities that it has. Notice I do tie my tails in bulky and long. Trout still can't count, and I think that the longer tail kind of aids in swimming action and underwater movement that some other flies may miss. Next up, we're going to be using some body quill from Vivus. You can notice I double this over to make 2 strands out of it. It actually just helps me do the work a little bit quicker. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping this. And I don't mind that they're separating. We're just building a body here, and they're just going to chase each other up the fly anyways. We are going to be building kind of a stepped up thorax. I didn't add any additional weight to this because I just didn't feel really there was a need. So if you go lighter with this material, you get a lighter color. If you go more wraps, you get a more true color from this. So you can notice I'm wrapping all the way up to the bead, and that's just for, making it really, really strong and bomb proof. So I had a total of probably about a foot of material there. And you can see I'm going to wrap back to where I want my thorax to begin and create a good little spot for everything to work. Next up, I'm going to take a little bit of a turkey tail. This is just a standard turkey tail. I love the mottled look of it, and I like to interject natural materials wherever I can. So I'm going to straighten out all the tips, kind of prep them so you can see in the background. Once I have them all prepped, I am going to go ahead and trim them so I have a nice flat working surface, and I'm going to put them right behind the bead. That way, again, they're solidly locked in, and it's helping to build the underbody of our thorax just a little bit. You could use a non-lead wire there as well. This is a little SLF blend. It's kind of like a tannish color. You can make your own dubbings for this as well. I just find this is an easy off-the-shelf option. Create a nice tight dubbing noodle. Make sure to always press the color out of your fingernails when you're dubbing. It'll help you make better dubbing loops or noodles. So I build a little bit bulkier of a thorax than you might suspect, and I kind of wrap over it. The clear thread does tend to disappear. Next up, I'm going to use the smaller section of the pheasant rump feathers. They have a nice green iridescent tip to them most of the time. And this is going to become our legs. If I cut the center out, it's pretty darn easy to make equal leg sections. I'll go ahead and trim off the excess. And if you guys are tying flies just to fill a box, you don't need to worry about perfection. Again, I'm going to take just a little bit more of our dubbing, and we're going to kind of lock in that collar, hide our tracks a little bit that we've been from materials we've been tying in, and we'll go ahead and pull this wing case over. I'll take one initial wrap just to make sure it's secured, and once I have a few good lashes, I'm going to use some brown marker here to hide my white thread, and we'll go ahead and whip finish. I don't cut the wing case till I'm done. So once I have the wing case cut flush the bead, I'm going to introduce just a little bit of flow, and just a tiny amount will help you out here. So I create a nice like Mercer epoxy back wing case. I'm going to go ahead and cure this, and that's going to be our completed fly. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one.